Oh, okay. It says that we're live, but it's not saying that I'm live, which is weird. Okay, there we go. Anyway, welcome back, guys, to another Slater Danger live stream. Oh wait, I guess I'm not really Slater Danger anymore now, am I? Yep, that's right. As you can see, hold on one second. As you can see, where is it? As you can see on the, well, I should probably change this one. Your capture. No, that's not it. You count. Doesn't matter. Everybody had one. Probably move the game capture. Well, anyway, as you probably noticed when you clicked on the video, we're no longer Slater Danger right here, or I guess we still are. It's kind of confusing right now. It's gonna be Slater Danger presents the Heaven Circus, and I shall be your host. This is Slater Danger. Of course, Zach Daniels. Anyway, there's some things I want to show you guys today. Most importantly, hey, I'm glad to see that the text is appearing on stream. That's great. Hold on one second, because I feel like I should probably work on the color of that. That should be a different color. Can I change the color? I can, but here we go. Here's a try. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Well, at least that's what it looks like on stream anyway. No, yeah. We're doing a whole remodeling of the stream, or of the channel. And now we got a new YouTube name. But we're still gonna be Slater Danger, but it's just now we're also Heaven Circus. And on top of that, I want to adjust your attention to Willow. Actually, hold on. Can I honestly wish that I could just hold on. Maybe I can. Yeah, we're gonna close the whatchamacallit. We're gonna hide the little thing. Sorry, I'm new to this whole thing here. That should have hit the game. Okay, it hit the game on the thing. Okay, great, yes. So anyway, I wanna address this. I forgot what it's called. I think it's called the Willow. Yeah, it's called the Willow. That's what it says up here. The all-in-one link in bio for creators, brands, and influencers. I'm gonna post the link. That's actually not the link. This is the link. I'll post the link. So stream? No, I can't do this. Okay, so they want me to. We're just gonna quickly hover over to. The all-in-one link in bio for creators, brands, and influencers. There we go. I'm gonna post the link. So I don't know what it does, but luckily enough, it says that let your viewers pay how they want to pay. Connect your PayPal account and add a tip panel to your Willow account to enable tips. So I think I did it. I'm not entirely sure. Let's try clicking on some stuff. That just links me here, which is always great. The support me thing is supposed to do something. I don't know what it's supposed to do though. But yeah. And actually, hold on. And as you can see here, we've also changed the username. Heaven Circus. I was gonna go to the profile itself, but hold on. There we go. We got the profile up itself. Honestly, I'm so glad that I can have the game still playing in the background while also being able to listen to the song, because I love this song so much. But yeah, give me a follow on Twitter. I tend to not post that often, but I sometimes share like some real funny stuff, and you can actually see the things that I comment. Which, by the way, now that I see this here, reminds me of this. Basically, go ahead and give that a a signature, leave a comment, because let's face it, Athena Sykes, she doesn't get the recognition she deserves. She's one of the better Ace Attorney protagonists. She's one of the better females in the series, and frankly, she was just greatly mistreated in Spirit of Justice. So I think that we need Athena Sykes Ace Attorney. More than ever, actually, because people are actually starting to take notice of the efforts that have gone into this petition, and hopefully their efforts won't be in vain, because this is a cause that is very much worth fighting for, in my personal opinion. And as you can tell by the comment section, yeah, mostly positive, almost 100% positive actually. 70 comments, and they're all wishing for Ace Attorney Athena Sykes. I mean, Athena Sykes Ace Attorney. And I think that Capcom should capitalize on this. I think that they should really go for it. They should, they should go get their Ace Attorney team, and they should make Athena Sykes Ace Attorney. See, we even got Window Tornado, Apollo Justice, Emma Sky. You see, even all these all the people who have gone out of their way to sign this petition, you can, well, I mean, there's this, but but I'm pretty sure that they're just referencing that. Even her own mother, and the Phantom who killed her mother. This young lady did well to help figure me out. She deserves it. Come on, Capcom, let's do it. Let's do it. Oh yeah. I'll put that in. I edit the thing. Yeah, I'm gonna put the link to the petition. That reminds me, I gotta fix it on the what you call it, because if you see in the link it says we need Ace Attorney Athena Sykes. That's not good. And I'll also put the Willow link. Copy, paste. Oh, that's wrong. Dun 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 dun. And also, go check me out on Twitch. Actually, let me refresh this. Yeah, so as you see, live here, we're playing the Great Ace Attorney, the Adventures of Inosuke Naruhodo. Go ahead and, give me a follow. Yeah, basically, those are all the things that I wanted to show off. Now, let's make this visible again, and let's get right into it. Now we're going to the trial with the Old Bailey. The Old Bailey. That was a lot of talking. This court orders the two of you to testify. Testify regarding what you witnessed on the evening of the crime. All right, yes. It's a sleepy dude. Oh, that's right. I have some M&Ms that I can snack on. Well, you know, while we play the game. It was our anniversary. We went out for dinner, still in uniform. As we were strolling along, we saw two figures coming on the opposite path. These are starting to melt. So clearly seems society's face. Also, from certain puzzles that was non-existent to begin with. I wonder if I should still do the voices. I don't even remember what the voices I had for them were. Wait, does he have a bandage on his head? Being comfortable in London is an ordeal in and of itself. Worry not. This testimony will soon be over, and you'll be able to spend the day at your leisure. And what's that supposed to mean? This lovely couple truly saw the face of the man who led the crime scene. Actually, you know what? I assumed that he'd have like a Transylvanian accent, but I can't do that. I don't know how to do a Transylvanian accent. And the face was that to none other than Toseki Natsume. Wait, that a London officer's voice carried. Even though the officer's wife said every single word. With that said, I suggest you prepare your self-defense. Of course. Oh damn, I'm already down to 3 stars. Okay. Mata! We were still in uniform. Does that mean you're with the police too? Nope. It's a shame the women, children, and the elderly can't be policed in London. Everyone looks so good on Pat, right, Charlie? Damn. Yo, she's kind of cute from the side. Actually, they don't even look like they're married. They look like they're siblings. So we're planning to stop by the station and change clothes before heading out again. Oh. Suddenly it's like I don't even know you. That's a very dangerous piece of testimony. After you finished work. Yeah, really. I was completely exhausted after a full day of patrolling. However, I swear, I am already willing to do whatever it takes to live up to this. What is that? I didn't even know that he was going to say those words exactly. This is our secret police handbook, held only by the patrolmen of London. Inside, we have the great things to know as a constable. A constable patrols the city, working tirelessly so that the citizenry may know peace. And that is why I never tire, even when I'm patrolling 20 miles a day. If all it takes to help the people is to wander around the city, then my God, I will wander. I don't think you're supposed to wander. I just wanted that one single day to be peaceful so we could celebrate our anniversary. Why am I talking so fast? He's sleeping. I'm always leaving her alone because work is so busy. My poor beloved Rolla. Hello, my love. My sweet. Aw, that's cute. It's making me sick. Their love is so cute. It's a little annoying, too. Yeah, Naruhodo and I share the same sentiments. As we were showing along, we saw two figures coming down the... Mata! Two people. They're walking towards us on the path by Briar Road. So... So they were walking... No, they're trying... I think what they're trying to say is that Soseki was walking along this path right here. But we have a feeling that he walked this path. Unless he clearly walked this path, in which case that would be crazy. There was this big, really bully person. On the fatty, there was a tiny little guy. Are you absolutely sure that nobody else was present on the footpaths? Bro, honestly, I need a girl like that in my life, bro. She's something. Briar Road's footpaths are dead straight, so visibility was pretty high regardless. Since the gaslights were off, we wouldn't have missed anyone looking about. Are you absolutely sure? Absolutely sure, sir. As constable on the watch for crime, I declare that I'm sure. Bro, look at her face. She's so cute. Hold on 1 second. I dropped something. It's a shame that she has to be saddled with two kind of guns, bro. So Sexy was able to get away, but then he got caught anyway. Situation just before the crime took place. Wait, hold on, because there's something that's extremely bothering me here. They say that a constable was walking behind Soseki, you know, as Soseki was not hiding, but walking behind one of the jurors. Or in this case, I guess the victim. Because, you know, in that scenario. If they really thought Soseki committed the murder, and Soseki ran away to his apartment, which is, you know, what anyone would do. Why didn't he, a constable, go and make an arrest? I mean, yeah, sure, he might not have been in duty, at least it sounded like it was on their honeymoon, or whatever, but like, isn't it his job? Well, what happened next? And all of a sudden, one of them fell over. The other dropped something and ran away. Mata! The other person dropped something. Could you explain? Sure. At the time, I didn't know what exactly he had dropped. But when we got closer, we totally figured it out. Right, darling? This tight, she's adorable. Oh, yeah, just those old books. Old books. Yes, sir. Several bullets had fallen on the ground around the victim. If I'm correct, this photograph confirms your testimony. And that evil Japanese guy did the deed. He dropped Mata! Okay. You still haven't proven that it was the defendant that you saw. Though we song. There's no way that it wasn't him. Look at that mustache, that sad hunchback, that sunken face. Everything matches. I'm pretty sure he's just throwing insults around at this point. Yep, he looked down at the poor victim with the most horrifying expression. Instead, he threw the books everywhere and ran off. Really? This is bad. It doesn't look like she's lying. There's not a shred of doubt in this testimony. It's no surprise coming from a police couple. Go on, continue your testimony. Sir. And then he goes back to sleep. I heard it's best if we get to the nearest police box to call for it. But you're police yourself. Was your husband the one that ran to notify the police? No, it was me, the proud policeman's wife. Right, darling, here it comes. What? Oh, she's so small. Yeah, I asked her to do it. Actually, no, she's not really that small. Unless this guy is... If that guy is just like more like a kid, then they're about the same height. But like... I should have been over for the day, but as a policeman at heart, I still have a duty to watch over the crime scene. Indeed, preservation of crime scene is an important part of a policeman's duty. Instead, I had Rolla do it for me. She notified the police in charge of that district. Sorry, what do you mean by district? Depending on where a crime takes place, the investigation is assigned to a certain district. The footpath that the victim was on wasn't part of my beat. So I told my beloved Rolla where to find the police box so she could gather policemen. I went as fast as I could to the police box and get the attention of the police there. We call this our loving teamwork. Thanks to your teamwork, the case was resolved quickly for exemplary citizens. Everything was right, darling. Bro, I swear she's trying to kill this man. She's worse than the maid who was pouring tea. Ooh, excuse me. Testifying what's up with her? Mata! She really be able to see his face and clearly just gaslighting. Off, you. Don't you underestimate Alunder's eyesight. She's killing him. Now, lighting from a gas lamp is more than enough, especially because that pesky fog is thinner than usual. Half of the fog, go on. London has become famous all the world over for its fog. For us, it's hard to see it as a good thing. So on days when it's especially foggy, you can hardly see your own hands. I get it. Just let your husband go, please. Every day, our eyesight is tempered by the fog. We're absolutely sure when we say it was that Japanese guy over there. Right, darling? She seems like a good person. That mustache, that sad hunchback, that sunken face. Everything matches. Confident of their testimony. And they saw plain scene with Soseki. That's not all that they have to say. First hearing testimony is bad. The way that they testified, I'm not sure that we have much room to argue. There's little doubt that they really did witness Soseki fleeing the scene. But if they did, what does that mean for us? I suspect the jury would gladly be guilty if that were the case. What am I supposed to do here? At a time like this, Kazuma, what would Asogi do? Simply would search for contradictions in the finer parts of their testimony. The finer parts. Keep badgering them about Soseki. Things will only get worse. Instead, we want to search for any possible contradictions in their testimony. Bring those contradictions to light will show that their memory is unreliable. The only way forward is to find some sort of contradiction in this testimony. Otherwise, it's very likely that the trial will be ending early today. It's getting intense. Excuse me, Mr. Attorney. Can I ask you something? Yes, ma'am. What is it? You've been badgering us all about all these little details. And I bet you think we're liars, don't you? Yeah. Bro, I love how she's hiding behind him and making him do the punch animation. Y'all. No, I swear I don't. I'm a policeman's wife, and I'm telling you, I saw everything. For example, hey, you know all those filthy old books at the crime scene? Remember every single one of the names of those books. You're just going to apprehend me anyway? Now, there's no need to yell. Yes, there is. The Asian doesn't know what this white is capable of, bro. The racism is on high alert here. If I let it pass, Pat would take him down in an instant. Our brave witness is permitted to add this statement to our testimony. Now, will that please you, madam? Yeah. Let me say it over and over. Right, darling? Remember the names of all 4 books of the crime. Go on, try me. Well, first of all, it's funny that you mentioned 4 books. Because I only see 3, goddammit. Wait, no. Can you tell me more about these 4 books that had fallen at the crime scene? Of course, I totally remember them. Somewhere under the sea, monster someone, something tales, and adventure something. It really does pain me to say this, but there's a major issue with your testimony. What? There should have only been 3 books at the scene of the crime. And you know what the worst part is? I only took a look at the photo for like a second. This is like the first time that I've been back to this game in like weeks. Maybe weeks, I don't know. Yeah, it's been a while. Take a look at this photo of the crime scene. Oh, and I didn't really look at the photo when they pulled it up earlier. Because, you know, I already knew that they were going to pull up the photo. It's just that memory serves correctly. As you can tell, there are only 3 books in this picture. Actually, hold on. One second. Okay, guys. Something weird was happening, and I thought I had to get rid of something. What? No way! I swear I saw it. Oh, I know. That's it. Of course it is. What is it? That dead body's in the way. Last book is under that dead tub of lard. You just can't see it. Well, she's not really dead, but I'm sorry, Rolla. There's no possibility that Soseki could have dropped 4 books. What? This is interesting. If you're so sure about it, then you must have some sort of proof, right? Oh, I have more than just proof. Look at the size of her belly. No way that he dropped it. Obviously, it's this receipt. Chattertail's Book Emporium. Well, the details of what Soseki bought at the bookshop are recorded on the receipt. But as you can see, only 3 books are listed. No way! There's no way Soseki could have dropped 4 books when he was only holding 3. It's also questioning the accuracy of what they saw. You tell him Ryunosuke Naruto! And thus, the testimony that the defendant was the same man as the criminal she saw might possibly be another mistake. I like how he just faints. Like she's all over here screaming and he's like, "Ooh." I must say, the most disappointing one among us is you, Japanese boy. What now? These witnesses saw the defendant fleeing from the scene of the crime. You knew that you couldn't disprove this fact. So instead, you decided to sweep it under the rug and nitpick at these small inconsistencies. Is that about right? Can you see right through me? But your poorly prepared plan did nothing but backfire. What do you mean? It is simple. Our diligent constable's wife testified correctly. There were no contradictions. Huh? After the crime, there were undoubtedly 4 books left on Briar Road. But if you look at the photo of the crime scene, isn't it clear that there are only 3 books? Yes, there were only 3 books in view of the camera. You don't mean... Damn, he chucked that shit. He's like, get this shit out of here. I have brought another photo with me. It shows what the victim was holding. That's... Wait, no. Okay, but like, see, here's the thing about that, though. The victim was stabbed in the back, right? Clearly was stabbed in the back. So how... What? You're saying that the victim picked up the book, tried to walk away, so second he's like, that's my book, shink! No, get this logic out of here. It's whack. It's 100% whack. You are grasping at straws here, my dude. As you can clearly see, the last book is hidden behind the victim's body. No. Yeah. This guy's whack. You're whack. See? Look at it. Take a good look. Okay. Just like I said, right, darling? Bro, honestly, that pose that she does. Like, she just crosses her arms, and it has, like, one hand placed on her cheek. That's adorable. That is adorable. It doesn't help that she's wearing one of my favorite types of outfits, but that's adorable. Get that right? Rolla, you're the greatest. Shall we examine the defendant's bookshop receipt in closer detail? Witness, repeat to us the names of the books you saw. Monsieur Someone. That would be Monsieur Lecoq. Lecoq. What? What? Let's just move on. The Something Tales, the Undertales. The Canterbury Tales. Somewhere Under the Sea. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. So far, all the titles of these books have matched the receipt exactly. In my opinion, that shows brilliant capacity for observation and recollection. Aw, thank you. Did you hear that, darling? Damn right. 3 cheers for Rolla. And the 4th book, the one missing from the receipt. Don't think too hard now. What's shown in the picture is the 4th book. This is mystifying. I don't know why the 4th book isn't listed on the receipt. There's something mystifying about it. They'd rather make it seem like he stole it. The victim is the one holding the 4th book. Therefore, this book belongs to the victim herself. So the victim is holding her own book. By the way, what do you think happened to the last book? As we all know, Scotland Yard wouldn't overlook this. I have it here with me, preserved as evidence. Very well. The court demands that you submit the picture in the book as evidence. As you wish. Look, the adventure is a lion's mane, and the criminals, and the victim's hands are in the crime scene investigation. That is all. Well, see, you say that, but like, just go ahead and uh-oh. Why is it burned? Hey, look at this. What a terrible burn. Wow, it must be unreadable in this state, especially the latter half of it. It's such a shame for this to happen to a good book. Upon further examination, it seems that the burn was rather recent. The book was burned recently, huh? Something about this bothers me. Can I click on the pages? Can I open the book? No, I guess not. Let's go ahead and bro, look at that ear. Look at the size of that ear, dude. God. Even zoomed up, it looks fucking weird. Prosecution has no further evidence. How can this be? This was the obvious outcome, Japanese boy. You tried so hard to put up every scrap of feeble resistance you could muster. Your closing argument concluded with a red herring possibility of him taking the long way. And your cross-examination concluded with worthless doubts about the witness's memory. In the end, maybe he's right. Yep, we only told the truth of what we saw. Nothing but the truth. Right, darling? Yeah, Rolla. Marry me, Rolla. I thought they were already married. Now, I'd like to hear the jury's thoughts on the matter once again. Maybe we may waste more time before we bring holy judgment on the Japanese devil. This will be the last time. Citizen jurors of the Capitol, we request your sage verdict. Yeah, whatever. We've exhaustively investigated all the witnesses and the evidence. There's no point in further deliberation. Or hold up, it's an extremely delicate situation. I know, but if I just throw out a baseless objection, it can make things even worse. Let's have a quick save. I guess we could just... I'm not gonna say even a single word. It seems that even the defense has no further objection. Exactly, that's why I'm standing with my legs firm, covering myself in sweat and shutting up. Right. I don't say anything, it's all over. Hold it, please. The fence is still. Or you continue. I believe your self-indulgent hesitation is worth the penalty. Hold on 1 second. No, we are not doing that. We are not doing that. Hold on. See, you see, he's trying to rob me of my dignity, so you know what? He's trying to rob me of my dignity, but the joke's on him. I see, like I was supposed to. Hold it, please. It's too late, attorney. The cross-examination was your last chance at a rebuttal. Now that it is ended, the discussion of the evidence has been concluded as well. That may be, but I can't do it. The right words just won't come out. May I have a word with you, prosecutor? I believe it's a little rash to say that we finished going over everything. I shouldn't be surprised, considering you come from a lawless Oriental land. But at this point of the trial, a legal assistant should know not to open her mouth. You just attacked your woman. You're gonna stand by there and let it happen? I'm still far too inexperienced as an attorney. So, I'm sorry if it's such a problem for you, but I still need my legal assistant's aid. Yeah! You tell Naruto to stand up for Susato before she goes over there and gives him the biggest toss of her life. Her and his life. The core philosophy of our empire is tolerance. I will allow the legal assistant to speak. Susato, if you please. Alright, then let's hear what you got to say, legal assistant. Where could you possibly see any more room for deliberation? Actually, new evidence was submitted at the end of the last cross-examination. Then you mean there still remains evidence that needs to be examined. Is that correct? Are you ready for this, Naruhodo? It's likely that if we fail to present vital evidence at this point, the judge really will demand a verdict from the jury. Of course, it will also be asked why the evidence is so important. I suggest carefully examining the new evidence before you present anything. Understood. Thank you, Susato. Susato gave me this final chance. I can't let it go to waste. The defense is prepared to present evidence. Very well. The court will allow the defense to present one final piece of evidence. Oh. See, I keep forgetting to do the voices, and it's killing me. It's killing me. The voices and the fact that I keep forgetting to do them. Which piece of evidence holds a vital yet dormant clue that is yet to be investigated? Well. That would be what is shown in the photo of the crime scene. Specifically, the fourth book left at the scene. I do believe that we've already reached a conclusion regarding this book. It's clear that it is unrelated to the incident beyond being in the victim's possession. There's absolutely no need to look into this book any further. I keep trying to give him the smug voice, but he doesn't seem like a smug person. If that makes sense. He seems like he's Edward, but like late game. Not, early game. The court does agree with the prosecution on this matter. However, the defense made a certain claim earlier. He said that there is a clue dormant within this piece of evidence. The court requests that you show us this clue. Are you prepared, attorney? I'm trying to differentiate the judge's voice with Von Zyke's voice. Well, of course. Naruhodo, the prosecution is desperately trying to avoid further investigation of this book. I think that this means you're moving along the right path. Okay, understood. Attorney, the court orders you to show us this new clue. What vital clue is left on the fourth book? I'll turn it over. I'm nuts. Could I? Would you allow me to show you the back of this book? Ah! It's been burned to a crisp. This book, the book's in awful condition. I have to wonder why the victim would bother carrying such an unreadable book. It's definitely unnatural, don't you think? No, hold on. Let me do another take on that one. It's definitely unnatural, don't you think? Natural? What about it, Japanese boy? Unnatural or not, should this burn have no ties to the case, then it is not worth arguing over. However, if you mean to assert that the burn on this book is a clue, then what truth is this clue supposed to lead us to? right? The defense is prepared to share its thoughts. Now, the court must ask you to present one more answer, attorney. What is the truth to be gleaned from the burn marks on this book? Well, it's not the contents of the book, because you can't read the contents of the book. I'd have to assume that it's the owner of the book? One reasonable truth to be gleaned from the burns on this book is the true owner of this book. What? But it's already obvious who it belongs to, isn't it? The lady who got stabbed was clutching it in her hand. I can't claim to know exactly how the book ended up in her hand like that. But as for who owns this book and where it came from, the defense may be able to make that clear. But how? I shall play along with your desperate squirming for now. But remember, the squirming might lead you to an unfavorable verdict. Attorney, your answer to the following question may change the direction of this trial. Who is the true owner of this mercilessly scorched book? I have to say him. Oh, yeah, I want to say him. But, no way. That would be the landlords of Saseki's flat. The Garadev family. The landlords? I don't know if it's a wild coincidence or if it was fate. But among the 6 citizens chosen as this trial's jury, one of the Garadevs is present right now, Mrs. Garadev. Please hold on. I'm not his wife to begin with. I'm just his maid. You can leave your odd marital circumstances aside for now. All I need is for you to answer one simple question. Wasn't this book in Mr. John Garadev's room? I've never seen that book before. Why do you think You must have lost your mind, Japanese boy. The defendant's landlord? Really? You have no basis for your claim, yet you dare point that vile finger at a law-abiding citizen. No forgiveness could be given to such an act. The two of us happen to know the truth. On the day of the crime, and about the time when the victim was stabbed, one more incident was unfolding in Mr. Garadev's room. One more? What in the world are you speaking of? A fire? Indeed, the whole fiasco happened in the blink of an eye. The moment the flames fired up, the whole room was engulfed in thick smoke. Unfortunately, it wasn't long before the fire spread to the furniture. I ended up losing the adventure of the lion's mane, and I was just getting to the good part. The Adventure of the Lion's Mane. The same name as the book we have here. Ah! Balderdash. All it means is that 2 books of the same name had been burned. That book was likely lost in the fire anyway. There's no possible way that it could have been moved to the crime scene. Just so you know, the cause of the fire was apparently a fight between the Garadevs. I'll leave out the details, but the wife was absolutely furious. Even as the flames raged around them, she kept attacking Mr. Garadev. Wow, I could never imagine that, right, darling? You all hear that? Well, it's as pacifistic as they get. Clearly the woman choking you with a scarf is pacifistic. Oh, my favorite old books were lined up on that shelf for now. Oh, now they've been swallowed by the flames. Burnt to a crisp just like that. And to add insult to injury, my very own wife threw those books at me in her fury. She drove me back to the window, assaulting me with burning books. She threw the book toward the window, then... Oh, it can't be! The book flew through the window toward the crime scene. On that night, I briefly investigated the nearby homes in hopes of gaining information, but I was not informed that Mr. Garrett's window had been broken. Right, and when we visited, the glass was intact. At the time, the window might have been open. It was not. The crime took place on a wintry night that would freeze any man to the bone. The Londoner would have never left his window open. Well, are you making an earnest assertion, attorney? Do you claim that this book was burned and thrown out of the home by an angry wife? I believe it's possible. I've heard enough! Oh, she angry. Now, you all see, right? That self-proclaimed Japanese attorney over there is nothing but a yellow-bellied coward. What do you mean by coward? You say our home almost turned into a sea of flames in the middle of a fight? And you say I'm pretending to be a maid of appearances? None of that's related to this trial. You're just hurling insults at me. No, I swear I never. To think you would insult the Londoner just to distract everyone from the truth. Think that's going to fly? You don't see that you're a monster? She's absolutely right. Huh? We listened to his side of the argument just to be sure of our verdict. But now look. There's only one person who could have stabbed the victim in the back. It's the man who ran away from the scene. That mustachioed little man. I like her. She's cute. She's like, Haru, but Ace Attorney-ized. Ace Attorney-ized? Ace Attorney. It's the truth. Yeah, you've got it. Sure as hell. What was that? Seem. The jurors have all come to a conclusion once again. What are your thoughts, Lord Van Zykes? These further deliberations were little more than a waste of time. But now, maybe we can make up for those precious minutes we've lost. Hey, wait! The mystery of the fourth book still hasn't... Damn. If that ain't a desk slam, I don't know what is. He picked his foot up. Pow! Right there on the desk. After this trial is over, you can have your fun with that mystery once you return home. It doesn't look like he's willing to apologize for his impudence this time. Very well. Now, jurors, the time has come once again. Present your verdict to the court. Yuzai! 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 The jury has certainly made its verdict clear. Another guilty verdict, and this time, Naruto, keep facing forward. Susato, have you forgotten? This battle is far from over. Do you mean? Yes, the defense still has the right to a closing argument. One more closing argument to overturn this mistaken verdict. My lord, the defense asserts our right to a closing argument. Surely you should be running out of seeds of deceit to sow by now. This isn't deceit. This closing argument is for the pursuit of truth. This isn't the time to hang my head. As long as there's a chance, I have to stand tall and keep facing forward. Do, do, do. Before we continue on, we're going to go ahead and get rid of that real quick. Once again, we're going to refresh this. Make sure you give this petition a sign. And when you post on Twitter, use the hashtag we need... Wait, what was it again? Shit. We want Athena Sykes' attorney. Boom, boom, boom. Also, Willow link. You know, just in case. It's like a Patreon, but better, I guess. I don't know. Twitter. Make sure you no, I almost said subscribe to my Twitter. Make sure you follow my Twitter. And make sure you subscribe to my channel. And my Twitch channel. Slater Danger Enterprise. This right here. Enterprise is, actually. Anyway, back to the stream. The defense has proposed a closing argument. Very well. A right is a right, after all. Here begins our second closing argument. Foreman of the jury, are you prepared to begin? Of course. Now, 6 jurors. The court orders you to explain the reasons and the basis behind your guilty verdicts. The criminal left evidence at the scene. It's those 3 books that incriminate him. And there's a possibility that someone else there stabbed her. Reconsider my verdict. If the window was closed when she threw the book, then it's not relevant to the case. Throwing a book isn't that big of a deal in the first place. It wouldn't kill a man. That's why I have to chop chop. If I don't get paid, I'm dead meat. That reminds me, I had a house fire recently. I fought something awful cold after. Wait, what? It seems the jurors' opinions have become more concrete as of our second closing argument. Once again, some exceptions. A transfer student failed to break down the last witness with his cross-examination. There's no denying it now. The man who ran away from the scene was the defendant. Therefore, there was not a single other person who could have committed the crime. The eyewitness account was accurate. That makes this verdict all the more conclusive. I'm afraid that's the only truth. That's the case. In this closing argument, we'll have to prove that there's another undeniable possibility. What makes a possibility undeniable? You should already know the answer to that. To quote those ridiculous detective novels, you need the who done it and the how done it. As such, you must do nothing short of revealing a name and a method. If it was that simple, I wouldn't be in this mess. But if you can't do it, you'll never find the path to the great turnabout. The original turnabouts. Thus, the closing argument will now begin. Well, he didn't yell it, but, you know. I kind of feel like it needs that kind of energy. I'm sure that you're prepared, defense. Sir! I guess this is the moment of truth. I wasn't going to hit my face. I have headphones on. The one who holds the key to this closing argument has to be juror 4, Mrs. Garadev. A bit disappeared from the Garadev home on the night of the crime. The victim was found at the crime scene holding the 4th book. I see some connection between these 2 facts. And I have to be the one to prove this connection somehow. I'll use every method at my disposal if push comes to shove. I'm sure you watch the wife's reaction, even when she's not testifying. Closing argument. I kind of want to press this last dude though. what does that have to do with your verdict? Sorry, what was that? Could you say it a little louder, please? Honestly, that's me sometimes. Either on accident, like unintentionally, or for the most part, just to piss people off. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear that over the sound of me not hearing that. I was gonna say something different. Don't at me. Don't at me. So could you tell me a little more about that fire? It was winter of last year. My grandkids had to lit the candles on my birthday cake. There were 75 candles on that thing. It was quite the spectacle. Put candles in a cake? Were they trying to summon some sort of demon? What, do Japanese people not put candles in cake? Don't be absurd! It was a celebration for my birthday! It seems that this strange practice is actually a common tradition in this land. Back to the point, when I got to huff and puff and blow these candles out, I ended up puffing and puffing and blowing them down, still burning, all over the room. The fire started to eat up the furniture, and the whole room was filled with fire and smoke. It really was something, the eternal flames from down below. How did you catch a cold from that? Well, my grandkids were passing me buckets of water to try and put out the fire, since the room was full of smoke. I opened up all the windows to let the smoke out. Until my old bones were exposed to the harsh night gusts. Rest of my car. I was soon after carried to the hospital. Quite the birthday present, man. Yeah, that must have been fun. There's something about what he said this week. Somehow we have to show everyone that someone such as they've done it. They're all just saying whatever they want. All of them seem really set in their verdicts. In this situation, we just have to show them that there's some other possibility. Maybe I can show them how they see this measure something other than their contradiction. Alright, let's see if we can find it. Don't let that end the scene. There's a clear contradiction between these two statements. Okay. What in the world are you talking about? Oh god, I can't take it when he points his finger at me. What? I really can't hear you unless you speak up, my boy. Jury 3, if I may. Yes, what is it this time? Are you listening to Jury 6's birthday story? When I heard he opened his windows, even though it was the middle of winter. That's true, but it was an emergency. If there was a fire in the room, then of course you would open the... Yeah, he's realizing it now. Oh no. He's like, I made a terrible mistake. Seems like you get it. At the time of the crime, there was a fire in Mr. Garadeb's room. Mr. Garadeb told me something very interesting about what was going on at the time. The moment the flames flared up, the whole room was engulfed in thick smoke. He said that. Shut up! Juror 4, may I have a word with you? Oh. Mrs. Garadeb. Woohoo! What are you doing just selling me out like that for? Just give up the maid act already. There's something I wanted to confirm with you, though. What is it now? At the time of the incident, your window was open, isn't it, right? What's this all about? Smoke from the raging flames is beginning to fill the air. Under those conditions, you had no choice but to open the window. What are you talking about? Fine, I admit it. My husband really did rush to open the window. But of course, I kept throwing things without a care in the world. Even while all of your possessions were going up in flames. Letting your hanger out is good for your health, so I had to throw it to my heart's content. It doesn't sound so good for anyone's health. Anyway, you've proven that the window was open. Let's have that added to the jury's claims. So what's that? Wait, I forgot about that. Yeah, no, I think it's this one. Oh no, please! I'm sorry. I thought that's how this worked. It's supposed to work this way. Yeah, I'm sorry, Susato. You're right. I apologize wholeheartedly for my impudence. I'm not going back to the beginning. You can't make me. There's a forklift dropped on the sea. Just what is that supposed to prove? Forklift just might be the property of a nearby landlord. This is actually what I find strange about it. Huh? At the time, this landlord was in his room, no? Said that the couple set fire to the room to further enjoy their evening party. I don't think that was their intention. Either way, it's obvious that neither of those two were at the crime scene. Alright. In other words, they have a solid alibi. If they're unrelated to the crime, then the Japanese shut-in is the only suspect left. I say that there's no more need for argument, I say. And I say that arguing is all I can do. I felt that. That's a mood right there. That's a mood. Here's the thing. Shit, I remember seeing something that he said, and it stuck with me for a day. Well, and that you'd be willing to change your verdict. Don't get too excited now. As you can see, I'm not only pragmatic, but also a modern woman society. Okay. If I read the morning paper, I forget what it said by evening, so don't bother reading it. See? The very picture of a pragmatic and modern woman's society. It seems like an extreme conclusion. So far, I see sufficiently decisive evidence, or testimony, in the trial of a sufficiently suspicious man. So even if there may be some small sliver of hope, he has to be the culprit. Makes it a bit difficult for me to do my job. It's from a trend. It's an interesting new possibility that caused me to change my verdict. Eyes are burning with expectations. I feel like I don't need to talk to them anymore, but I will just in case. Here, that's right across the way. A fire broke out. That seems about right. Yeah, there was fire. You want to open the windows no matter how full it was. Mrs. Gerda threw the burning book. She forgot herself in her fury and cornered her husband by the window. Seems about right. So it's also the book well. But it's a bit weird thing that the book flew all the way over to the crime scene. Right? Such don't feel quite right about being in a verdict. Okay, then. No problem. Seems like I'm still missing something. My book dropped at the crime scene with shitty sleeper. The title of that book is The Adventure of the Lion's Mane. That would be the same book your husband was reading, correct? Yes, I believe so. When you thought, you threw the book at him, right? You threw The Adventure of the Lion's Mane. I threw it. It was the closest thing in reach, so it was the very first thing I threw. Now that I think about it, it was a book that my husband had been reading, yes. Why didn't you just say that from the start? Why should you keep trying to hit the other guy? Because I had no memory of it. You know how it is, when something like that happens, you just throw whatever's available. I do not know how it is. Never mind the title. What the object even is doesn't matter to me. Student 05. Oof. I remember it all. All of my repressed memories are back. What? When I was listening to that old lady, it all came back to me. That's why she keeps hitting him. That's why she keeps trying to hit him. Oh, that's great. His nightmare is responding to her violent outburst. I finished my work for the day. My pocket retrieved the day's wage, but then I turned wider than a sheet. There was a huge hole in my pocket and all my money had fallen out. Oh, that's quite a tragedy, actually. When tragedy doesn't do it justice. What? The missus was just in the middle of cutting up some chicken for dinner. Barely managed to mutter, I dropped all my money when suddenly her knife stuck itself in the wall, hardly an inch from my nose. So terrifying, I'm speechless. I can really smell the flames then. I'll tell you what. Tonight, I'll probably be drowning in those murky depths. That's the real tragedy. I understand. And that's when I finally realized everyone would throw anything. Blades and knives and axes and hatchets. Hold on, I'll let you know that not all women are like that. Susato, I feel that you are more terrifying than any other woman, okay? Because unlike women who like to throw things, okay? You seem like the type of woman to body slam someone. Which we've actually seen you do on multiple occasions. Just often throwing the first blade they can get their hands on. Absolute barbarians. Yo, I love her. I love her. At least loose an arrow once in a while or something. Who are we shooting at now? Look at her. She's like, I don't know, but I feel like I should be shooting someone right now. And then Sherlock sneezes in the distance. Yeah, let's pay careful attention to what Jerk 5 just said. The first may serve as an arrow that will guide us towards victory. I should try to forget about what Susato just said for now. Anything she can. Fine, my old lady throws knives. So we're ready to cheer. Oh! There's a clear contradiction. Slinger search and defense. Sure too. I think this may be the new possibility that you were looking for. What did you say? What did you just say? I may have found another way the victim could have been stabbed with the knife. And just what is it? Fourth book, The Adventure of the Lion's Name was discovered at the crime scene. If it really did come from the Gyarados home, it would safely come to one conclusion. There may have been one more object that was thrown from that room. What? After all, Juror 4 said that she had no idea what she was throwing at her blind fury. Isn't that right, Juror 4? Just what are you implying? Implying that you're the murderer! As soon as she realized the truth of this book, I wager that she may have already begun fearing this other possibility to be true. Japanese attorney, as a representative of this whole jury, I request an answer. What do you believe is this other object that flew across the street from their flat? What I'm about to say is absolutely crazy. I don't have any decisive evidence to back this up, but I'm about to make a serious indictment. Bro, this is such... Yo, this game right here is the embodiment of an Ace Attorney game. From start to wherever I'm at in the game right now, it is the embodiment of an Ace Attorney game. This is literally Phoenix on a daily basis, bro. Like, basically no evidence whatsoever. It's that guy. But this is a possibility that we must investigate. Understood. The defense is ready to voice its thoughts. The other object that flew out of the Gyarados flat was... Juror 4, this is Gyarados. What do you want? I think I should begin by apologizing. I'm really sorry about this. But I need you to tell me something. Look at this knife. Does this strike you as familiar? Oh, hold on, defense. What are you doing? Isn't that the knife that was used to stab the victim? No evidence whatsoever. Just, you know, something that happens. At the time of the incident, the Gerardevs were in a heated argument. Mrs. Geradev, according to her husband, entered the window throwing whatever she could find. The window was open, and the book she threw was the one discovered at the crime scene. Ridiculous. The book is found in the... Yo, honestly, you know what? You know what? I hope that this is how the trial ends. I really do. I swear on everything, I hope that this is how it ends. Because you know what that means? That means that Soseki's luck is so horrible that he managed to witness a murder that happened by complete coincidence and still got arrested. Yo, that's honestly crazy. The book just grow legs and walk in their hand. Not even a missus can make a book do that. I can't claim to know everything. That's exactly why. It would be a fatal mistake to end this trial now. Answer me, Mrs. Geradev. Do you or do you not remember this knife? Damn. Oh, she knew. It's one of those. It's either hers or her husband's. My lord. I'd like to amend my verdict. I made a promise after all. Sure too. And I will as well. This is an unexpected turn of events. I agree that would be a mistake to end the trial at this point. Foreman. Don't forget about me. I don't really think this old lady really did it, but... Tell me in too. I wouldn't feel satisfied with the verdict right now. Good show. All at once then. Number 4 and number 6 are still, you know, a little lopsided. They're on the wrong side of justice right here. Bro, I love this song. I'm telling you, the Great Ace Attorney soundtrack is amazing. And if you haven't heard it already, you should probably go listen to it. Like, I've been... After this stream, I'm gonna go on Spotify. I'm just gonna like as many of these songs as I can find. If I find a great Ace Attorney song, boom, right there. It's already on it. Because I already know that the regular Ace Attorney songs are there. I just need the great Ace Attorney songs. That was brilliant work, Naruhodo. You know, even if it was by complete bullshit. The jury's verdict has changed as a result of the defense's closing argument. Now, 2 vote guilty and 4 vote not guilty. Thus, the court acknowledges that the jury's vote is split and orders you all to continue the trial. Lord Von Sykes, do you have anything to say about this development? You know, as a matter of fact, seeing him pour all this wine is making me thirsty. Hold on 1 second. I got a cup right here. I got a container of juice right here. It's orange pineapple, not really the best stuff, but you know. Oh, who am I kidding? I also have a bottle of water that I still haven't finished. I shouldn't have poured this cup. And now I spilled some on my pants. Great. Anyway, it reminds me of a strikingly tasteless farce. A farce as tasteless as this wine, floating in my glass as I imbibe it with a sigh. Yeet! Simply tossing it into hellfire, that which I cannot bear to swallow. Excuse me, Lord Van Dykes. With all due respect, the defense has presented a viable possibility. Call that a possibility, Foreman? I call it nothing more than the lowest of vulgar nonsense, but fine. It seems that we'll have to review the relative location of the crime scene. The relating of the crime scene and the defendant's flat. It should be obvious, but same doubts as I. The book was discovered in the collapse of the victim's hands. It's possible that she picked the book up and got stabbed, but you know, that would be crazy. This book was engulfed in flames, thrown by an enraged housefly, flew 15 yards, and fell perfectly into the victim's hands while she was toppled over on the ground. Do you plan to tell me that this is your conclusive argument? Well, not only that, but as if chasing after the book, a knife also flew across the room and slipped straight into the victim's back. Perhaps next you'll say a pig flew after it. Even those ridiculous detective novels could tell better stories than your delusion. I don't have a rebuttal for that. Even a prosecutor shouldn't be allowed to say things like that. Susato. Bro, look at the way she's staring, bro. Honestly, sometimes the way the looks on Susato's face are kind of like they're cute in a way, but at the same time they're very devastating because like every second that she looks in a direction that she really shouldn't be looking in, she just looks like, well, no, I was gonna say creepy. Not gonna lie, I was gonna say creepy. She looks terrifying. Like it's like one of the looks that an angry girl gives a guy that they're angry at. But it's just intimidating. How dare he call detective novels ridiculous? I won't stand for this. That's what you want a problem with? My lord, excuse me, but I can hold my tongue no longer. What is it, legal assistant? It may seem like a wild dream to that prosecutor, but the new possibility revealed by the defense has changed the verdict nonetheless. Therefore, this court has no choice but to consider that possibility. And the only way to do that is to cross-examine juror for Joan Garrideb. You want to cross-examine a juror? Absolutely unprecedented. To have a jury indicted and brought to the witness. Yeet! Would be a complete waste of time. Lord Van Zykes. We were already in the middle of a witness cross-examination, and if the nonsense from before was anything to go by, she was throwing burning books and knives from above. Maybe we should ask the current witnesses about that instead. What do you think, witnesses? To be honest, I completely forgot about them. Patrick O'Malley, patrolman, raise your report. Yeah, let's see. Now he's finally awake. I'm so sorry for sleeping through the trial. I've been chasing so many scoundrels around the city. It's been about a month with no sleep. The London constables truly are heroic, aren't they? I wonder what this train is. An hour 25. Yeah, not too bad. I know you've been fighting this all alone, Aurora, but you don't have to worry anymore. Oh, hey, I think I'm falling in love. Very well. The defense's request is denied. Oh. Said the court orders the current witnesses to testify further. Testify regarding the new possibility as presented by the defense. Sir. As a constable of London's police force, I can say that Mrs. Garrideb is unrelated to the case. This is because her window is actually an awning window. Besides, if something was flying through the air, Pat wouldn't have missed it. I wasn't very close to the crime scene, but Pat was watching over it like a hawk. I didn't blink or look away for even a second. Nothing out of the ordinary, sir. Oh, well, I'm sorry. You see, I was so tired. Tired or not, that makes for no excuse, Constable. Understood, sir. Sorry to interrupt. What do you mean by awning exactly? The same goes for you. Sorry or not, that makes for no excuse, Japanese boy. Sorry. Naruhodo, I just looked at... Bro, I swear, she has, like... I don't know what's in that book, but apparently it's everything to do with London. Do you remember the windows at the Gurdeb home? Again, yeah, that one's gonna open them to let in fresh air. I've been on it when it opens like this. That's right, this window's most defining characteristic. So it can only open at an angle due to being attached to a stay. Seriously? Yes, that's correct. In other words, if you hold the knife or look at the window, open window, you just smack against a half-open glass and fall straight to the ground. No way. It's really hard to understand coming from a country that knows nothing of windows. From the start, it's impossible for either item to fly 15 yards. At least not without shattering the window entirely. Look, Pat, the crazy Asian was all like, what? Bro, I swear she's a bully. She's a bully. There's no other way to put it. Look at her the way that she's posing, the look in her eyes. Actually, she has diamonds in her eyes. That's kind of crazy. I mean, I think Pat also has diamond in his eyes, but I can't really tell. It might be just as Iris is, but you can tell it. She clearly has diamond in her eyes. Just everything about her smells. She's a bully. She's a bully. Also, I like how if you put Pat and Rolla together, it's Patrolla. And what is Pat? He's a patroller. Well, technically, he's a constable, but the constable's job is to patrol a certain beat. Did you catch my drift? Eh? Yeah? Huh? Yep. You're amazing, Pat. This is insane. My new possibility was thrown out the window before I could even cross-examine them. It's time to begin your cross-examination. But I still gotta do it. Yes, sir. Yes, sirree, Bob. Driven to a corner yet again. Cholman Pat's route. Report. Several one sources. I cannot say that I'm scared of is unrelated. Mata! What makes you so confident in this claim? Glad you asked. The reason is this. Inside the police station, we have the great things to know as policemen. You showed that to us earlier, didn't you? Me? I don't really remember. I do. The constable works tirelessly for the citizenry. It's everything I strive to accomplish. That's why I stand tall and strong for my poor wife. Yes, I tire no more. Pat, my sweet, you're so manly. Of course, I do it all for you, Rolla. Bro, I would give any amount of money to see this animated. Oh, Pat, my sweet. Look how cute they are, though. It's kind of sickening. That's not what I was asking you about. I want to know the basis behind your claim that I'm scared it's unrelated to the crime. Oh, that. You should have said that sooner. Alright, tell me about that then. I know. Now, I present to you my unshakable claim. It will prove to you just how unrelated she is. I'll reveal the truth to you so much that I'll run out of words to reveal this. But before I do, I have one thing to say. What now? There's a certain favor I want to ask of you, Mr. Japanese attorney. When you go home, I want you to tell your friend tales of the London officer's spirit. Sorry, but I only just arrived in London, so... Please, I'll let you borrow this if you promise to read it from cover to cover. I swear it will move you to tears. Fine, I'll take it. You should have never given me this book, by the way. This is about to be the book that's gonna break the case wide open. Keep the peace within the area. Designated as your patrol 20 miles every day so that London citizens remain open. The incident occurs when the constable's meeting must lead to this investigation. When he discovers an incident, the constable must assist in the initial investigation. Wait a minute, hold on. So basically this page is saying that if the constable, if there's an incident during the constable's beat, that he's in charge of the investigation. He basically is the one in charge and he needs everything and whatnot, yada yada yada. And if he comes across an incident while on his beat, then he must assist in the initial investigation. So he's going to be helping. It's like, let's say that you're well, what's a great explanation for this? Basically, you're helping out if you see an issue, and if an issue happens on your watch, then you're in charge of resolving that issue. And this page is keep the peace within the area designated to be. So basically, they're just saying patrol the area and make sure that everything is all up to par, you know, peaceful and all that. And you have to patrol 20 miles every day so the London citizens remain open. Something's flying through the air. I'll look away for you in a second. Nothing out of the ordinary, sir. Pressing for now because I don't think that's I can cut through anything right now. That means that the window couldn't have opened all the way, right? So we're for letting this from the air. It won't open very far. As such, if an item were to fly out the window, it would hit the window pane and fall to the ground below. If you check the map, around here is where any given object would fall. It's on the opposite side of the crime scene, I see. Which I knew about these awning windows earlier. By the way, I have a question for you, Pat. What is it, sir? How did you even know about the window? What will lead you to know that Mr. Garrett's window was an awning window? Oh, that's easy. Yesterday, I assisted with the investigation. Uh-oh. Shut up! Excuse me, Rolla. Yes? Why do you look so happy right now? I was just thinking, the two of us really are lucky, you know? What? I mean, it's a shame that the lady got stabbed, but the crime happened just outside of Pat's beat. Is that so? Yeah, you could say Briar Road is the border between beats. Isn't that right, Pat? Sorry, I'm getting awfully distracted by the immense amount of noise coming from my background. Pat? Yeah, right. Actually, the reason I helped investigate the Garrett residence yesterday is because that area is part of my beat. Wow, it really did happen right on the border. Pat, I'd like to confirm something with you. Which beat does the footpath just in front of Mr. Garrett's home belong to? Oh, the Garrett home. That would be my beat, ma'am. It's the first I've heard of this. That the lady had been sat on the other side of the Briar Road at night. There's no way we would have made it to our anniversary dinner. That has to do his job after all. Commendable work ethic, indeed. That's just what we expect from our constabulary. Constabulada. I always work so hard. It must have been God watching over him this one time. Don't you think so, Pat? Yeah, I think you're right. I should probably keep track of all this information. Gotta be real hard to do that. Alright, now I'll do the talking. Wait. Oh, okay. I'm just gonna look at these. Guess she is still unconscious. One single deep one for none others. Perpetrator catch up the next day. We would take from a little melon. The sun had already gone down, right? It should have been dark at the time. You're walking around looking for a happy star. A what? A star that would guide the two of us to happiness. Huh. If I blame Buck happened to fly overhead, probably would have looked something like a shooting star. Let me tell you, if I saw a shooting star, I would have wished 3 times over that Pat would become the chief of police. But due to all the fog and smog, we couldn't see any stars at all. In short, not a single knife or book flew overhead before the crime. Right you are, sir. I swear it on the starless London sky. It really doesn't seem like he's lying. Because after we witnessed the crime, the 2 of us rushed to the scene. We went to a police box for help, right? Yes, that's right. I know where all the police boxes in Pat's beat are, but it's not her fault that she doesn't know where they are in any other beat. Pat told me where to go, but I got a little bit lost. Oh, my love, you're so cute when you're lost without a clue. Hello, my love. Pat, my sweet. Just shut up already. You know what? Hold on. I gotta get a photo of that. That right there is the biggest move that I could ever even hope to capture. Gotta get a photo of him from buddy. Come on, do the tap the scan thing. I'm waiting. It's not doing it. What the heck? It's not doing it. Is it because I have flash on? That shouldn't be it. No, motion camera. So it's... Oh well, I got the photo. It's just that it would be really nice if I could just get the photo and not everything on the bottom. Anyway, thanks to that, it took about 15 minutes before I came back. The Pat was watching over the scene the whole time. I was off duty, but I still did the job. For I am a patrolman. I didn't blink or look away for even a second. Nothing out of the ordinary. Nothing out of the ordinary at all. Right, sir. I was keeping an eye on the crime scene the whole time. No person, animal, or thing got anywhere close to it. That's the truth. My name is Patrolman Patrick O'Malley. That's a bit strange, don't you think? What's strange? I'm perfectly normal. Metro of the Lion's mane was supposed to be in Mr. Garrett's home. How did this burnt book end up in the victim's grasp? If you're watching like a hawk, then you must have noticed something, right? Maybe it just happened to be a different burnt book. But you still have to wonder why the victim would be holding it. She was carrying a bag on her shoulder, after all. Either way, when I found her, she was already holding the book. see. What's strange about this testimony? Well, the knife ended up in her bag, and the book ended up in her hand. I feel like we've seen this thing. It must be connected by some thread. Well, they both came from the Gyaradev home. Mr. Attorney, how about I ask you a question? Sure. What is it? You're doubting her testimony again, aren't you? She's smart. She's clever. This one is evil. Like not Dahlia Hawthorne evil, but like, you know, she's cunning. Let me just tell you one thing. Don't underestimate me just because I'm a girl. I'm the wife of a police officer, so my testimony is totally trustworthy. I don't want to hear any more excuses from you. I guess I'll just keep talking if I want to convince you. Do you mind, my lord? Do as you please. Add to your testimony if you wish. Not that I could ask you to do otherwise. The judge was muttering something just now. Well, listen up real good. You better get a clue this time, you stupid Japanese guy. Even if I let your rudeness pass, Pat's gonna lock you up. Yes, ma'am. Speak to your heart's content. I wonder what she plans to say now. My eyesight is the best. I'm just not great at directions, that's all. What does that have to do with anything? It's not that I doubt your testimony. It's just... Stop right there. I saw everything, okay? That mustachioed Japanese guy just dropped his books and scampered away like a fat cat. Right. I definitely didn't see what didn't happen at that. There aren't any burning books or nasty knives flying over Briar Road. Yes, I get it. But, didn't you just say that you have a bad sense of direction? Yeah, I do. It's a bit embarrassing. Pat always gets in my head when I'm late for a date. Shut up! Pat, may I ask you something? Huh? Oh, yes, ask away. Something about your wife's testimony strike you as odd? Well, yeah. Now that I think about it, it happened that night too. Cinderella got herself lost on the night of the crime. She went to the next beat over to find a police box, but it took her a pretty long time to come back. I thought she would return within 10 minutes. In the end, it took her about 15. Aw, Pet, quit bullying me. It was all that bouquet's fault, not mine. The bouquet? What is this about a bouquet? It's an anniversary present. My darling Pat gave it to me. He was picking up coins during his patrols for weeks and weeks just so he could afford it. That's a very romantic story, I guess. I totally forgot about that bouquet until now. I'm sorry, sweetie. Hold up, it's fine. The bouquet's a matter for the two of us to handle in private. We shouldn't talk about it right now, okay? Huh? Aw, that's disappointing. What in the hell was that? That was clearly very shaken about something. I can't say I know why, but I think we should press Rolla about that bouquet. Rolla, about that bouquet. Could you tell us a little more about it? Sure, why not? Because he just told you not to? What? Oh, getting lost because of the bouquet I dropped. Mata! Mata! You dropped the bouquet of flowers at the crime scene. Alright, I was really out of it at that point. I saw someone fall over. When we rushed over to help, we found a knife sticking out of her. I was so shocked that I just dropped my bouquet on the spot. It was too far from the light of the gas lamp, so it was hard to spot. That's when you ran over to the next police box, right? Right. Came back to the scene with the police officer in tow. I saw where I had dropped the bouquet on the footpath, but when I went to go get it, the corpse was gone. It's already been mentioned many times, but the victim is not yet a corpse. I was really confused until I heard a heroic voice calling from the other side of the road. This was Pat. Yep, in my clumsiness, I came back to the wrong side of the street. This time, it was the bouquet's fault. It's the thing that ended up there. The bouquet moves to the opposite side of Briar Road, huh? A strange story indeed. And in the end, I forgot to go back and get it. I don't know how much change Fred had to pick off the street just to buy me that. When you say bouquet, why did perhaps be this? Oh. That's it! That's it! That's the bouquet Bet bought me with all the change he picked up off the street. I think it's best if you don't keep telling everyone that part. Where did you find this bouquet? According to an officer's report about the crime scene, it was found at the corner of the footpath in front of John Garrideb's residence. It was in front of John Garrideb's residence? Because it was in an area far from the gas lamps. It wasn't found until the next day. The police believed it to be unrelated to the crime as it was on the other side of the road. Thank you so much, Mr. Prosecutor. I'll be taking that back right now. For now, I think it would be better for the court to accept this as evidence. Huh? It was on the ground. The shot caused Rolla to drop the bouquet. Oh, but the only evidence in that bouquet is the evidence of our love. You better give it back later. I'll scream if you don't. Yes, ma'am. I won't forget. Some way. Fourth book should never have appeared at the crime scene. First, I thought the one keeping secrets about it was Mrs. Garrideb, but now there's someone else who isn't revealing everything they know about it. Oh, it must already be within my grasp. Now, all I have to do is present it and drag out the truth. There's nothing out there. Oh. Right, patrolman, patrolman. She was already holding the book. Let's see. He's saying that I have to present it. I don't really see the No, hold on. Hold on. Rose. It's more beautiful than I had ever imagined. So this is a rose. I've never seen one before. Are you not interested in flowers? It's not that I'm uninterested, but I only really know 3 different kinds. You only know 3? What would those be? Peach blossoms, plum blossoms, and cherry blossoms. Your taste seems to be a little too biased. We're at the juice reaper. Stuff from Britain would look fancy. Yes, I suppose you're right. What's the matter? Oh, it's nothing. I was just wondering. Have you ever had roasted sweet potato? My British newspaper make Japanese streets look like British pastries. So that really does show her girly side. residents in the council must assist in I have a pocket knife that kind of looks like this, but it's black and it's more metallic. A little more metallic. Wait, actually, yeah, that is kind of strange. Hold on. Wait, hold on. I should probably save before this because I could be wrong. But that does seem odd to me. It really does. But I'll present it anyway, just because. Okay. Okay. Look at his statement was inconsistent with this evidence. Look how far he's leaning forward for that, though. No, actually, no. We'll present one more thing. One more thing, and then we'll see. We'll see. And oversized are my most charming feature. He's not lying. That and his squeaky desk lamp. What, really? When you were watching over the crime scene, there was nothing out of the ordinary. It can't be right. What do you mean? Well, you said the following in your testimony. When you returned from calling the council a nearby police box, you saw where you dropped the flowers, but the victim's body was nowhere to be seen. Wait, that is true! Yo, I completely forgot about that. And I don't think it says it under the whatchamacallit. Wait, no. Saw the victim on the ground. Yeah. You saw where you dropped the flowers, but the victim's eyes turned. That is pretty weird. In reality, the victim's body had fallen on the opposite side of Briar Road. Such a tiny bouquet. And really, not even a bouquet at that. I imagine that it was simply blown across the road by the wind. Tiny? I'd say you're correct. So, why didn't Pat testify as such? Nobody approached the scene, and nothing was removed from the scene. That's what Patrolman Pat said, probably without hesitation. That bouquet was mine. It had nothing to do with the stabbing. That's the only reason he didn't say anything about it. It's not just a bouquet anymore. In this mystery, there's been a very peculiar reversal among the evidence. That's right. Wait, actually, you know what? Yeah. No. He's right, though. He's right because she dropped the flower when she saw the body, right? But they were walking around the side of the residence. You know? Okay, hold on. Let me pull up the map real quick. It's the map. It's the place you gotta get. Okay, so this is obviously where the incident took place, right? Right. It's right here. It's where it took place. It sounds like they were walking along this side because they pulled out the thing. You know, like they trimmed the map down to the side where the murder took place and the side where Soseki's flat is. So if they saw the body while they were walking on this side, and she dropped the flowers, then wouldn't when she saw the body? Yeah, she dropped the flower when she saw the body. So wouldn't that mean that the body was on this side? But oh wait, hold on. I put the map away. But the body was found, or at least reported, on this side, and the flower was still on this side. So, yo, that's honestly kind of crazy. Pat, are you actually super strong and nobody knew about this? It was Rola's bouquet in Mr. Garadev's book. Originally, when the adventure of the lion's mane was thrown from the Garadev's window, it should have smacked against the awning window and fallen on the west side of the road. But in reality, it was discovered in the victim's grass on the opposite side of Briar Road. Right. And on the other hand, Rola's bouquet, originally it must have fallen on the eastern side of the Briar Road, but in reality, it was found on the opposite side of the road near the Garadev home. This is an absolutely impossible outcome. That is, unless someone picked them up and switched them. Yeah, her hair is bushy in the back. It's like a blanket. What in the world? What's wrong with you? It's like you're trying to make Pat out to be the bad guy. She's right, we can't listen to that demon attorney anymore. The book, the bouquet, who cares? It's all trivial little details. It looks like Mr. Garadev's wife has come back to life. No matter how trivial you think it all is, messing with the state of a crime scene is a crime in itself. It's called tampering with evidence. And the person who tampered with the evidence won't come out and tell us why. It must be because they're trying to hide the reason that they did it. Tampering? I see you're excited to have learned a new word. And just who do you think bothered to play this pointless little trick? On the night of the incident, someone tampered with the evidence. All the evidence and testimony points to only one person. Now the court demands an answer, attorney. Who was the one person that could have possibly tampered with the evidence on Briar Road? Well, I could be wrong about this, and I probably am, but at least I'll be able to get it wrong and then get it right the next time. No, I almost clicked her. Okay, nice. First one had to be Patrick O'Malley. There's not a single other person who could have done it. What? A constable of London's police force? Don't be ridiculous. How could you accuse him of that? Pat is a defender of justice. He's a policeman who serves and protects the people of London. Rolla, when Pat asked you to go to the police box, you left the crime scene. That span of 15 minutes was the only chance for anyone to tamper with the evidence. You know what? You're just spouting nonsense. I mean, that's right. It was that guy with the mustache. He did it. If that was true, then Pat would have witnessed it. I'm sorry to say this, but there's more evidence to the contrary. It was only after the defendant ran away that you dropped your bouquet. But first, you indict the landlord couple, and now you're brazenly accusing a constable of London. But your accusation is missing one essential element. You claim that he tampered with the crime scene, but you see, only someone who was hoping to hide something would commit such a crime. Yeah, that's right. We just happened to witness the crime. Why would we have anything to hide? For what purpose would he have to tamper with the evidence? As long as you can't provide explanation, your accusations amount to nothing. That must have had some reason to tamper with the evidence. And that reason must be the key to solving this mystery. Naruhodo, do you think that you figured it out? The indictment towards the London constable? Let's hope you're onto something here. If you're wrong, this could be a lethal blow to your reputation as an attorney. Keep that in mind as you formulate an answer. Understood. tampered with the evidence, which woman was trying to hide. See, okay, here's the thing though, because before we even begin to answer that question, okay, we gotta go back to the map. Because from what we know, the bouquet was on this side. And the book and the knife are both in the victim's hand and back, respectively, on this side. So, I doubt that he intended this for that death. I feel as though where the victim was stabbed is the more likely scenario, because we know that the book came from the Gary Dev residence, and we know that the knife came from the Gary Dev residence. So they both could have only gotten. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be safe for this one. It probably doesn't matter which one we choose originally, I think of it. Of where the victim was stabbed. Pat desperately needed to hide the truth of where she was really stabbed. What? Huh? What do you mean by where she was really stabbed? It doesn't make any sense. We've already known that since the trial started. She was stabbed on the footpath by Briar Road. Pat and I saw it. See, right here. Everyone agrees with me too. Sure, everyone may have believed that at first. The truth of the matter is, Grady Green was not stabbed at this location. What? My word, what kinds of twists and turns will this trial take next? Japanese boy, you have further explaining to do. Explain your assertion. Where was the true scene of the stabbing? That's... You say the crime actually occurred on the opposite side of the crime scene? What are you implying? On that night, when the book was thrown from Mr. Iredev's home, it fell straight to the ground. The bouquet of flowers that Rolla dropped didn't move at all. What really moved was the scene of the crime. Places? It looks like you haven't been listening to the testimony so far. Those two fine citizens witnessed the very moment of the crime. He's right, we totally saw it. It was 5 o'clock in the evening. The sun had already set and London's famous fog rolled in. When you two witnessed the crime, you actually ran straight toward the western footpath along Briar Road. No way. That can't be right. Pat entrusted you with the task of finding a constable, keeping you away from the scene. And in the 15 minutes between then and your return, he moved this crime scene. The victim's body in the 4th book, as shown in this crime scene photo, both moved to the eastern footpath of Briar Road. Wait. I mean, yes, I get that, but something's not right here. So no, yeah. No, never mind. But Pat overlooked one minor detail. Overlooked what? Would you be referring to this bouquet? Yes, that's correct. Earlier, the prosecution said something about the bouquet. Because the bouquet was far from any lamps, it wasn't discovered until the next morning. He overlooked it because it was too dark to see then. Thus, only this bouquet remains. It was the only remnant of the crime scene left on the west side of the Briar Road. Those are the defense's thoughts on the matter. Did I hit the mark, Patrick O'Malley? Oh, sorry. I'm really so sorry. Here I am sleeping at a vital moment. But you see, I haven't slept in a full month. Huh? He's lying, isn't he? That attorney can't be right. Pat, you've always fought so hard for justice. I was dreaming. I had an awful nightmare. I dreamed that everything I did that evening was be found out in court. Oh shit. But I guess it wasn't just a dream after all. What? What blazes? Order! 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 What in blazes? What in the world is going on here? This is just... Pat, why? Why would you do something like that? Isn't tampering with dead bodies a crime? She still doesn't know that the victim's not dead, I guess. Constable, why on earth did you do that? You're supposed to be an upright policeman working for the sake of the citizenry. Why? I can't tell you why. What do you mean you can't? I'm really sorry. This is all my fault. I've sullied Scotland Yard's good name. One possibility does come to mind. On that night, there might have been a good reason. I had to move the crime scene. Possible, how could you know why? A damn chap like you know nothing of the inside of a good London constable's mind. All these, now that I think about it, looking back, all the prosecutors, they remind me of John Jonah Jameson, or James Jonah Jameson? I don't know. Whatever his name is, the angry dude from Spider-Man who's really bitter about Spider-Man. Dude. or Uncle Ruckus, that works here too. See what you mean, but our attorney is the one who brought the truth to light. Oh, shit. Damn. Tell him, Judge. Let him know. Bring the hammer of justice down on his puny mind. The court believes that there is worth in asking for his thoughts. Defense. Sir. Now the court requests that you present evidence. Understood. Whether they be British or Japanese, all people share the same feelings. And I think I'm beginning to understand Pat's feelings from that night. Mr. Real is the motive for Patrolman O'Malley's deceit. I feel like I know what it is, but I'm not sure. So, I'm just gonna go over everything. Not that, not that, not that, not that, not that. Not that, not that, not there. This thing occurs when the constable's beat. You must lead the investigation when he discards. And it's the constable insists. Yeah, okay. It's what I thought it was, but it's just weird. Maybe you're right. To you learners, I'm just an outsider. Because of that, it wasn't until today that I learned about the London Constabulary. It's one of the most noble yet demanding duties in the world. They patrol the city to maintain order, all the while doing odd jobs to support our citizenry. Yes, these young constables are driven by the many duties that must undertake daily. But for Pat, that fateful night was a special time. Special? And it's this bouquet which makes that fact very clear. Oh, that was for our first anniversary. Pat did all he could to prepare our gifts for such a special day, and the two of them went out for dinner to celebrate their anniversary. But then, they came upon the crime scene on Briar Road. Witnessed a young woman fall under the gas lamps in the thin fog. What do you think was going through Pat's head at this moment? I just wanted that one single day to be peaceful so we could celebrate our anniversary. I'm always leaving her alone because work is so busy. My poor beloved Rolla. Damn, that's sad. This is a police handbook that Pat presented. There's a manual inside called Things to Know as a Constable. It reads, if an incident occurs in the constable's beat, he must lead the investigation. This is why, isn't it, Pat? This is why you moved the crime scene. Well, he's seen right through me. So that's the problem. The investigation was in his beat. Oh, that's right. At first, Pat was supposed to lead the investigation as that beat's constable. I see. Coleman O'Malley, did you? At the time, the first time after I got my dream job as a constable, I started to cry. Rolla, stay close to me. The criminal might still be on the scene. When I ran to the crime scene, I was acting out as a husband, but a policeman. We have to hurry up and notify the police. And then I realized the significance of where the victim collapsed. The constable discovers an incident in his beat. He must assist in the investigation. Initial investigation. Why did this have to happen here? Today of all days. Why? Tonight was the one day I needed peace. He just wanted a quiet life. There has to be a policeman guarding the crime scene at all times. So I told Rolla to go to the police box and bring the officers over. And then when I opened my mouth to speak, I shouted words that even I'm disgusted by. This road is part of the next beat over, Rolla. Go to that beat's police box. Take a right on Meerschaum Road. Oh, look. Bro, they got Susato over there about to cry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I just wanted to enjoy a nice dinner with Rolla, no matter the cost. Oh, Pat. That was the one day that I needed peace. If the incident had occurred in your beat, you wouldn't have been able to celebrate. And thus, you choose to move the crime scene to the beat on the eastern side of Briar Road. To be honest, at that time, I thought the victim was dead. Really? Of course he did, because I know. I know that my cat wouldn't leave a stab victim on the cold, hard ground. Yes, I suppose you're right. But either way, God is punishing me for my actions now. I can't believe it. Out of everything at the crime scene, the one thing I forgot was the bouquet I bought for her. No, Pat, that was my fault. I was the one who dropped the bouquet out of sight. I'm sorry, Pat. Oh, she said that she would have committed the crime with the novice stop. I have one more question, Pat. How many books did you move to the opposite side of the road? I think it was 4. As you recall, Saseki dropped 3 books, so the remaining 1 book dropped from Gerda to Mr. Gerda. That would account for all 4 books. Why did you leave this book in the victim's hand? The 3 books are scattered around the crime scene. Oh, well, that's just how I found it. Explain what you mean by that. When we ran over to the crime scene, the victim was holding on to this book. So when I moved her, I just left her the same as I found her, holding the book. This confirmed the victim was holding the Adventures of the Lion's hand. Yes, I'm absolutely certain. should be an open and shut case. There were only 2 people at the crime scene. Even Rolla saw that. No matter how much I thought about it, it must have been the guy that ran away. I figured that even if I changed the location of the crime scene, it was only a trivial matter. How this really is it for me, huh? My lord, what is it, Lord Van Sykes? This cross-examination is over. Constable, you may step down now. Sir! Mr. Prosecutor, what's going to happen to my pet? You're free to go home for today. Expect contact from the yard. Please forgive him for what he's done. It's not Pat's fault. I'm always complaining to him because he's never at home. It's okay, Rolla. Let's go home. Okay. Cholin O'Malley. Sir, I hope this incident has helped you realize that when it comes to a crime investigation, there's no such thing as a trifling matter. Yes, sir. You do well to bear that truth in mind for a long time to come. After all, you don't want to repeat this same mistake at any other crime scene. Repeat? Then hurry and step down. You're delaying the trial. You see that? He's a good guy. I always knew he was a good guy. Just look at him. That was the kindest thing that a person could do. And meanwhile, Edgeworth slashing noises. Damn, I can't hear you all. We're all gumshoe celery being cut. Truth has been made clear in our case. Tampered with by a third party. However, one truth remains unchanged. The person who could have committed the crime is still suspecting us. Don't you think the word only is a little misleading? Now that the location of the crime scene has changed, there should be one more person who could have possibly stabbed the victim. If I may, perhaps you already realized as well, Prosecutor Van Sykes. Lord Van Sykes, is this true? Very well. Present his or her name then, if there happens to be any merit in your indictment. The prosecution will consent to continuing these proceedings. Defense is ready to call this witness once again. Once again? Just as my legal assistant proposed earlier. There's only one witness that can bring the truth to light. You need to hear Juror 4's testimony. Come to the stand, Joan Garrida. As I recall, your request was already over. We have new information now. The situation's entirely different. Garrida, may I have a moment? What do you want? When the crime was committed, you and your husband were fighting. During your fight, a fire broke out in your home. Mr. Garrida opened the window facing Briar Road so the smoke could escape. And what of it? You threw this book at your husband, who you had cornered at the window. The book then hit the awning window and fell straight to the ground. And as we have just established, the place it fell was exactly where the crime really took place. And again, what of it? You said that you were blinded by rage during the fight, yes? And you didn't just throw books, you threw anything you could get your hands on. I want you to confirm this for me one more time. This knife is the one found in the victim's back. Are you absolutely sure that you don't recognize it? Yes, I'm sure. How am I supposed to remember what I threw at him? Anyway, didn't that prosecutor say that jurors shouldn't have testified? Well, I remember saying nothing of the sort, Juror 4. Oh shit. Yo, I like, oh my god, I forgot to say, Van Sykes. I like him. Bro, since day one, since literally the first time we meet him. Well, I guess not really since the first time, more like since the end of the first time we meet him. He's all about justice. He's all about getting people convicted. Bro, this man is the most consistent of the Ace Attorney characters that I've seen in a long time. And when I say in a long time, I mean like a really long time. Because, I mean on the prosecutor side anyway. Because as you know, they're besides Von Karma, I think, he's the only one that doesn't really change. Oh, and Payne. But then again, Payne changes hairstyle, so you know, I'm giving him a pass from this one. Hairstyles and names. Well, technically, he's not changing names. It's his brother's name. You know. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, do not misunderstand. You are not above the law. If you remember this knife, then you would do well to tell us the truth. You can get a knife like that just about anywhere. There's so many of those at home. If one or two went missing, we wouldn't even notice. B-U-S-T-E-D, you are busted. Busted! What? For real? My word. Furthermore, I thought that I might have hurt someone. I just can't handle the idea. It's too much. Joe. Alright, go ahead. Hurry up and show me your decisive evidence. I want you to show me conclusively whether that knife was really one of the things I threw. That landed on fire. Oh, into it, Narada. Evidence I just thrown it over ages ago. In that case, it's time for you to come to the witness stand, Juror 4. The prosecution agrees that this juror must be cross-examined. Prosecutor Van Zykes. He testified. No wonder why they call him the Grim Reaper. He doesn't care. He doesn't care who you are. If you're helping his case or not. If you're helping him get that guilty verdict or not. He don't care. He gives no shits. He gives no goddams. He's gonna bring you to the stand and enact justice as the Grim Reaper of the Old Bailey. And you know what? I respect that. I respect that. You have witnessed the entirety of today's case from your seat on the jury. You have seen the miraculous moment where, from our witnesses' testimony, a truth was gleaned that even the witnesses themselves were not aware of. Oh. And I bet I know how it happened, too. I bet I know how it happened. It wasn't like an intentional murder. There's no way that this was an intentional murder. Because at the very same time that they were fighting, the person died. You see, here's how I think it happened, okay? I'm going to tell you this right now, and I promise you if I'm right, I'm never going to let anyone live it down. I'll tell you this right now. I believe, first and foremost, that the book came out first. That's a given. And the person, you know, the victim, yeah. So the victim probably saw the book on the ground after it fell. Maybe even, like, just walking by, you know? Just walking by. And the victim bent over to pick the book up. And then comes the knife. Smack! Gets the window. Drops down directly, smack down directly into her back. And now I know you're thinking, oh, that's impossible. I don't think that you realize how big these London buildings are. They're humongous. Okay, so the velocity of the knife falling from the window straight down, I mean, the fact that it didn't kill her should be an obvious sign that it happened. Well, you testified to the best of your ability. Once you do, I'm sure that this court will be able to find the truth. Prosecution, defense, are you in agreement? You are correct. Huh? The defense agrees. Prosecutor and defense attorney standing side by side. Where have I seen this before? What is this feeling? For the very first time since we arrived in this country. I finally feel like a real attendant hiding in the courtroom. witness your name. What is this music? What is this music, first and foremost? It is making me feel a certain way. I haven't felt it so long. It's like when I first heard Athena Sykes' theme. It just feels powerful enough to move you to believe that you can do anything. It's like You Say Run, but on crack. It's like Ultra Instinct, but Japanese. But it's your name and occupation. Yes, sir. My name is Joan Garrido. Yes, my occupation. Yeah, how long have I been streaming? Okay, so then after all of this, it's over. It's over. That'll be the end of the stream. I suppose I'm a juror? It's like, I mean, she's confused about whether she's a housewife or a maid. Henceforth, the court expects your testimony. Is that acceptable? Yes, my lord. On the evening of the crime, something transpired in the Garrideb home. You should tell us the entire truth and do not try to withhold even a single detail. What's the matter, John? There's nothing to be scared of now. Yeah, you were here all along? I was with her at the time of the crime. Thus, I'm ready to testify alongside you, John. Here, what about your leg? Oh, please, I'm fine. Can't let you suffer up here all alone, can I? See, that's a real man. That's a real man. Him and Pat, those are real men. Unless, you know, this guy turns out to be the killer, then he's a giant punk. Because he basically just got his wife embarrassed in front of the entire thing. But no. That was Mr. John Garrido. Sir, plus, I don't know if I can. I'm trying. Sir, plus Northumberland. No, I can do it. Plus number. Northumberland. Plus Northumberland, Casilius Battalion, Captain of the 3rd Platoon. There we go. That's what I like to see. That's what I do. I survived countless battles. Now that I'm retired, I live in a quiet life here in London. Actually, no, I think it would be a little bit slower because, you know, he's older. It seemed you were subjected to your wife's concentrated barrage in your very own home. Well, I suppose you could see it that way. Juror, standing as a witness. This is the first time since the founding of our British courts. It's an absolutely unprecedented situation. However, as today's final witnesses, you two are ordered to give your testimony. Testify regarding what happened in your home as the crime took place. Sir, loud and clear, my lord. Just... I keep missing the play button. I forget the reason, but my wife and I started fighting. I can't sit below a lightened carpet on fire. I put out the fire and ran out the window. Meanwhile, I took aim and threw everything I could at this poor man. Nah, bro, she put the scouter on. She was like, time to die. No power levels being read here. It says you about to be dead. There ain't knives in our room, so we wouldn't notice if one went missing. If the weapon was one of our knives, I want you to prove it with evidence. Well, it really was a scene of a bloody battle. Yep. That my platoon was at a perilous disadvantage. Our armistice had been delayed by even a minute. We've been engulfed in flames. But really, this old man was pressed to say. It's the brief moments like those that toe the line between life and death on the battlefield. I've never heard of a married couple's argument described like that. There's evidence of the weapon. They say that in battle, every man finds himself lost in the fog of battle, in the fog of war, to lose the sight of all else. There's no point demanding any further testimony from these two. Now, defense, begin your cross-examination. The law of the Garadeb home.
Mata!
Come on, relax. I carried enough food to know how to... Here, we'll just move this stuff over here. Spaghetti, tomatoes, and garlic bread will come in right tonight. Sure, fight, for sure. Oh, so many.
Mata!
Let's call it a migrant for whatever reason. Because my bookshelf is there. Why is my door open? I just now realized this. Door! Shut.
Mata!
To be honest, at the time I was more concerned with growing and killing. Just so you know, the philosophy behind the Societas is totally different. I remember something. So you don't remember it. I'm not that much of a monster. Red cabbage, garlic, towel, sponges, and...
なんてことだ。ちょっと。
ちょっと! New tomato sauce. Mr. Garadeb. What do you want? Oh, I guess you can't autoplay it. Just cut your attention to my system. Well, she must know. Or just different from her, just a tad. She mainly throws hard, heavy objects, books, fire irons, bricks, and so on. Not only that, she has an impeccable aim. That looked like she was pouring blood. That didn't look like no damn pee. So sorry to hear. You see, there's no possible way I could throw heavy things like that. Probably should take a look at this, you'll get the idea. What happened to your pipe? The time I was holding my pipe like so. When I was subjected to that horrifying barrage, it flew out of my hand. Like something stepped on it while I was trying to pick it up, and split right in two. Hard object hit my pipe, knocking it out of my hand. Patched it up with some tape was a quick fix. Honestly, dear, you really like to make such a fuss about the little things in your life. I wonder if Mr. Garrett's testimony just now is important at all. Every testimony is important, bitch. There's only one bit of knowledge to glean from that retired soldier statement. Finding your furious wife will only result in a broken heart and a broken pipe. That's all there is to it. You will find no other meaning, profound or otherwise. I already know this fact. At least allow us to take a look at that broken pipe. Of course, I don't mind. Yeah, you're always going out of your way to please younger women. Appears to have fallen on the floor and broken during an argument with his wife. What's this? Hello! Shouldn't be. That's what it's keeping right. No, what is this? Yoy! Can't really see it, huh? Back in the platoon, they called me Hawkeye John, but that was a long, long time ago. Nowadays, even when I'm reading my favorite book by the fireplace, I tend to do things like mistake the letters B, D, P, and Q. Try putting yourself in the witness's shoes, attorney. It does make it sound like you have some eye problems. Just what is this? Some sort of tiny metallic shard? It might just be the tip of a broken blade. It may be tiny, but it's absolutely an important piece of evidence. How very intriguing. Where did you happen to pick this up? It was stuck inside Mr. Garrett's pipe. My pipe? When in the world did that get in there? Well, what is the point of presenting this tiny little shard? You can't possibly be saying that it's related to the case at hand, can you? Indeed I am. What? If we consider this shard alongside another piece of evidence, I think the truth about the stabbing will become clear once and for all. Very confident in answers. Now, the defense, I order you to present your evidence. Hirae! If you look at it carefully, you'll see that the tip of the blade is chipped just slightly. There are reports of thieves roaming London city centre with shoddy knives. The sheet of this one would break as soon as it struck bone. Sure than the tip of this knife would likely still be stuck inside the victim's body, yes. However, that is not the case. Broken tip of this knife was this metal shard all along. It was in Mr. Gyarados' pipe. What's the matter, Lord Van Dykes? This is absolutely absurd! The knife with the broken tip and this shard fit together perfectly. Blazes? No black magic, I'm afraid. On the contrary, one might call it a miracle. It's like even Prosecutor Van Dykes has realized the truth. Attorney, explain the meaning of this immediately. Yes, sir. Just what I'm trying to say is probably the exact time that this shard got lodged in his pipe, I guess. That was made clear during the Gyarados testimony. At the time, I was holding my pipe like so. When I was subjected to that horrifying barrage, it flew out of my hand. Some hard object hit my pipe, knocking it out of my hand. The fight between the Gyarados couple happened at the exact same time as the crime. Her rage, Miss Gyarados threw a knife at her husband. Then, when the knife collided with Miss Gyarados' head, it was flying. The knife's tip broke off. And then the shard that broke off the knife lodged itself inside of the flying pipe. Oh, it's like it really is some sort of miracle. That's the only conceivable way that the shard could have ended up inside the pipe. And then the knife, now without its tip, flew through the open window. That's this broken weapon. Sent it from the Gyarados home and stabbed the victim in the back. Oh my god. That's even scarier. She almost killed her husband and ended up putting a woman in a comatose state. Decadent demonstration. You've piled up countless niggling details and proudly presented the resulting heap of dust. That's a very Japanese trick, isn't it? What is your problem now? Unfortunately for you, your demonstration is nothing more than pretense. But you're wondering why. Damn! It's because there exists a fatal contradiction in your own assertions. What contradiction have you found in this assertion? It's honestly very simple. The victim was stabbed in the back by this knife. The back. Ah. Yeah, that's right. He's absolutely right. What's the matter, darling? You're suddenly so jumpy. Try to remember the details of the case again. As the victim was walking along Briar Road, she was stabbed and collapsed on the spot. My knife had descended from above within those circumstances. That would be inconceivable for the knife to land in her neck. She was bending over, picking up a book. This shouldn't even need evidence for this one. Looking the very tip top of her head, of course. Call a logical conclusion as even a single contradiction. Your demonstration does have a leg to stand on. Oh shit! He really just sat there and took one of the dumbest explanations ever. Come on, Naruhodo. There's only one answer. In other words, if we can resolve that contradiction, the path will be cleared once more. Susato! Listen up, Naruhodo. You've just been taken by surprise, and you turned just a little bit pale. But if you're on the right path, then I believe there has to be an answer somewhere. Somewhere in the information recorded in the court record. It's like our judge's voice finally run out of rebuttals. Only one thing that your silence whispers to us. It says that you accept that your own assertion is false. He really thinks he's winning. He really thinks he's winning. It's just another challenge. To make my case even more well-honed. You're not wrong. There's no way that a falling knife could stab an upright person in the back. That is, in a normal situation. Oh, what? Talking about defense. A certain piece of evidence tells the story. It tells us how a falling knife could end up in the victim's back. What do you think? What kind of trick is this? Seems this is the last time I'll have to say this today. Defense, I order you to present your evidence. No. I get the feeling he's doing the goal list. The one final undeniable truth will remain. Here's the evidence that proves how the fallen knife fell into the victim's back. Oh wait, I tried to save in the top right. It's not gonna work that way. This is it. This is the final piece of evidence that the defense was on. The book was from the Garrett home, correct? That's correct. Take a look at this photo of the crime scene. This is exactly where the book was present at the scene. The victim was holding Mr. Garrett's book in her hand. However, the constable testified that he placed the book in her hand. I would be referring to when he moved the crime scene to the opposite footpath, yes. How about that? Sean and O'Malley gave us a vital piece of testimony alongside that. But why did you leave this book in the victim's hand? Huh? Well, that's just how I found it. When we ran up to the crime scene, the victim was holding on to this book. So when I moved her, I just left her the same as I found her, holding the book. In other words, the victim picked up that book by her own volition. So obviously she picked it up before she was stabbed by the knife. That does make sense. When you've got a knife in your back, that's definitely not the time to be reading. Why the worst way is the victim picked up the book? Did I know? think I can imagine the reason why. No, the fell from the landward flat on the second floor to the ground. Furthermore, that was almost exactly the same time the incident occurred. Exactly. There at the same time. The victim was walking through the foggy London night on the pavement of Briar Road. As she walked on, suddenly, a book fell right in front of her. The book that I threw. Mrs. Garrett, put yourself in her shoes for a moment. Imagine you were walking along, and suddenly a book fell before you. Well, I can't exactly imagine it happening, but I suppose I'd probably reach out my hand. And I picked the poor book up. And that's her answer. She picked it up. And guess what, guys? Since that is the answer, that means that I was right. I was right. Oh. A book fell from the sky in front of her, and of course she reached out to pick it up. What do you think she might have looked like in this situation? Rebecca pointed to the sky, completely defenseless as she bent over. And in the next instant, while she picked it up, the knife following the book descended directly into her back. Oh, not far behind the original was another person walking on Briar Road. I've been the defendant, Soseki Natsume. Soseki witnessed at that moment was the victim suddenly collapsed into the ground, and that wispy fell to see the knife fall into the sky. Ah. In that case, the constable on his wife wouldn't have produced anyone else on the scene. And it's all because there was no criminal to flee the scene. This case is just a tragic accident. It's a result of a chain of coincidences on coincidences. That's the very truth of the stabbing of Viridian Green. I legitimately cannot believe it. I legitimately cannot believe it. When you first revealed that knife, I started to realize maybe that's really what happened. You darling. John. You know, whether it was on purpose or not doesn't really matter. What I've done is still a crime, right? I confess to it all. That night, I thought I was blinded by rage. I threw that book in my head. And then I threw the knife, too. Dear. You don't have to say it. I know. Aw. I'm so sorry. Sorry. So sorry. I think he shot himself. That's crazy. It wasn't really a breakdown per se, but it was still funny. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think that we captured a single criminal at all. Because there were 4 cases, right? There are... actually, no, I think this is the 4th case. Yeah, this is episode 4. You know, we did find the culprit on the first case, but she walked. So, you know, there's that. The second one was Asogi's thing, and yeah, she got taken in, but like I don't think that anything was really done there. Actually, no, I'm pretty sure she was just deported back to her country. The third trial was the one before this one with Magundal. Magundal was released on not guilty charges, but he ended up dying, so there's that. And honestly, this is just a coincidence upon a coincidence. So she might get like a slap on the wrist. That's just about it. Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. Bringing all these criminals to justice, and for what? So that they could either walk or get killed? She was taken to a bed in emergency care. I'm told that the situation is hectic, but there shouldn't be any problems. Things will calm down soon. Unfortunately, they brought this tragedy with their own hands. They will need to resolve the stand and face it together. I'm not sure if one might call this a dark cloud silver lining. Trying to report from the hospital the victims on the road to recovery. It seems to be just a matter of time before she regains her senses. I still don't know what to think about her, huh? Still, it's great that she survived this ordeal. Yeah, you're right. And as for you, defendant, Soseki Natsume. He's like, wait, me? Yes, sir. On behalf of the Ministry of Justice, I wish to issue an apology to you. You journeyed to Great Britain from so far in order to study in peace. Yet we have only caused you immeasurable suffering. We are deeply sorry for this. I cannot accept that the one who must apologize is me. Soseki. That night, a poor young lady had fallen before my eyes. But in my hysterical horror at what lay before me, I made a terrible mistake. What mistake? I thought that the fine lady had died. The patrolman had thought so as well. She did seem pretty dead, I guess. I think my headset is cut underneath my chair. And I can't stand up as a prevention problem. Come on, come on. How did you even get like this? Who made you like this? Oh god, my chair. Just give me 1 second. It's all tangled and shit. This would be better if I could turn on my light, but my light isn't working right now. Yo. Alright, hold on 1 second. 1 second. I apologize for this utter disturbance. I can't even get my flashlight out. I'm bad at life today. I can't turn my flashlight on. Bro, this is crazy. How did you even get tangled like this? This only happens to me, I swear. Alright, you know what? Chair, I'm gonna need you to lay on the ground for a second. Okay, let's see. I got my bed light on the job, so... I don't understand it. I genuinely don't understand how this happened. You know, right now, let's just focus on finishing it. I'll just kneel on the floor or something. She did seem pretty dead, I guess. It's been a year since my arrival. I was still yet to acclimatize to life in the Imperial capital. My days were dismal, as if the spirits of the London damp jury had come. This does seem really simple. This does seem like a really sensitive guy. What a poignant image. And it was the same then. I thought she was bewitched by the very same malevolent spirits. I know that dropping my books and clean the scene was what I should have done. I should have done nothing other than call a doctor, notify the police of what happened. I fear that would have had the same outcome. As an exchange student, I've dealt a terrible blow to the trust between our great empires. Thus, I must offer my deepest apologies. Yo, honestly? How? In the... No, I almost... In my brain, I just suggested I should just cut the wire, and then I remembered. That's not how headphones work. You can't just cut the wire. It's like it belongs. Hell yeah. Okay. The headset is now officially free. Which means now I can pick up my very, very heavy chair. Far as I can see, the essence of this case seems to be an apparition of an interwoven chain of misfortunes. Manipulated by this apparition, we were ready to rush to a mistaken verdict. Lord Ventites, a new attorney who voyaged from Japan to the British Empire. You two are responsible for breaking that chain. This was absolutely a model trial. Thank you, my lord. Now, sage citizens of the jury. Yes, my lord. The court has decided that now is the time for this trial to end. Request your final verdict. Sitting as a foreman, I only wish to arrive at a dignified verdict. The truth is often cruel, isn't it? I didn't think this would end with us losing a juror. I stand here now as my wife's messenger. It's about time. Now I can finally get to work, right? This will be a nice story for my grandchildren. The time has come. Is that your final verdict, Caesar? Musoi! 100% not guilty. Not guilty. New side. My spaghetti started to get cold, so I'm going to focus on eating that. Better to bridge the gap between the two cultures. And be sure that you never find yourself in this courtroom again. Yes, of course. I, Soseki Natsume, do solemnly swear. I am so moved! This today's trial comes to a close. Substitute. Huh? You mean me? Of course you do. Are there any other substitutes here? I wouldn't really know. We've come a long way from substitute lawsuit in Naruhodo, haven't we? I would have preferred if we arrived at just Naruhodo instead. Oh, my name is finally absolved of all doubt. For full of glee! Laugh loud and free! He seems really happy. I can tell since he said laugh. It'd be a lot easier to tell if he had actually laughed, though. Oh, substitute, you've really done it. You salvaged my life from the rubble. It wasn't me. You're free because you didn't hurt anyone. Oh, dang. I got distracted, didn't I? Cost me. It's great that everyone else is coming to see that too. No, you see, you got the wrong idea. You're a substitute. Yes? I said this before, but never could come to love London. On the roads, I look around and see only foreigners. In the sky, only brick skyscrapers. The Brits look down on me from above. They point and laugh. Look at that dwarf. I think you're just imagining it. However, today you have pulled me out of my tiny hole of depression. You stood on the ground stage against those Brits and you didn't dare retreat. An equal battle you fought with your words to unveil the truth unknown. When I saw those great fireworks launched in the crown court, my heart cried for joy. Mankind is free! We're both grateful to hear you say that. My old friends in Japan will be delighted to hear about this adventure when I go home. Huh? Go home? Oh hey, I've been looking for you three. Oh, it's that guy. Sorry to keep you waiting. I have to oversleep just a bit. All I have left is noodles and I'm sad. How? Took her up for nothing then. You damned monster. These Sherlock Holmes! I'm sorry, I'm red. This is so sick. You do remember arresting them, right? Oh, that's right. I didn't recognize you. Despite hiding out in this little basement of the flat, or in those dank little jail cells. What's he doing in a brightly lit room like this? I had no idea who he was. Be a little less red. Curse you, these Sherlock Holmes. It's all your fault that this happened to me. I've got a whole mountain of things I need to say to you. No, wait. Sorry, I got it now. Must be the man that ran off on that crime scene who abandoned that poor victim. Huh? You've taken her to a hospital instead. By now, she probably would have been awake again. Oh well, I figured it was inevitable for her to end up this way anyway. For all the same, you know. Something like that is just too much of a fright. Honestly, I'm really sorry for what I did. Good. By the way, you said there was a mountain of things you need to say. No, I suppose not. Bro, he laughs at his own trolling tactics, bro. Poor Soseki. Come on, look at the bright side. What a pleasant experience, right? From what I can see, you've been declared not guilty. I'm still not safe. Whatever do you mean? I knew it all along. I'm cursed by these damnable spirits. Cursed by the Grim Reaper himself. Oh, that's good Baron von Zykes. I'll never forget what I heard when that prosecutor's in the court. If you're not guilty, you're doomed to a terrible demise. No, Soseki, you'll be fine. Huh? Even if some sort of unruly bringer of death appears before us, I Susato will not be able to keep you safe from harm. Why did you flip Naruhodo? Bro, I swear. You'll get a taste of my special move, the Susato toss. Bro, part of me wants Van Zykes to slip into the scenes where you guys just talking about me. Then she goes ahead and flips Naruhodo again, just because she can. Cold noodles are the worst. Before long, I plan to go home to the Japanese Empire. It's been a whole year since I first arrived in the British Empire. Going to a university, living on my professor's teachings, visiting the libraries and bookshops. come to know this wonderful world of literature along with the city it was born from. I realized that my mission is to teach our empire about this culture. So put simply, you got cold feet at the thought of the Grim Reaper's curse. Is that right? No, you see, you got the right idea. The more I learn about literature, the more these strange emotions evolve in me. And I return home. I wish to write something with my own two hands. Really? I'll have to read one of Soseki's novels someday. Now, Master Naruhodo and Miss Susato, what are your plans? Our plans? Are you going back to Japan with that mustachioed gentleman? Why would we do that? We haven't even been in London for a week now. Well, our trip has only just begun. I suppose you've been staying in a hotel then. Yeah, we're trying to find a cheap place to live before we go bankrupt. Our calculations are allowances vanished entirely in about 2 days. Oh, if you'd like, you're free to take my flat. Your room doesn't have any windows, right? Yes, that's true. The floor, walls, and ceilings are all in perfect order. And there's more. You'll never be alone, because spirits will be there to curse you. Spirits? Indeed, when you're sound asleep at night. The spirits only wrings your neck. Whatever a person way to start the day. I'll need some time to think about it first. Got a proposal for you too. Would you like to stay in my home for a while? Really? See, our home has a bit of a vacancy. Seems to just be taking the attic. Can you really call that a vacancy? I talked it over with the landlord this morning, and now Iris is cleaning it up. You should come as soon as you can. I doubt you have any luggage, right? Oh my, what a lovely proposal! We get to live in the attic of a world-famous detective's home. So many emotions are welling up inside me. You graciously accept. I don't suppose I even have the option to look elsewhere now. Alright, it's decided then. Tonight, Iris will be flexing her cooking muscles for a big welcome dinner. Mr. Soseki, you're free to come over as well. I do appreciate the offer. Well then, I'm working on the paperwork for Soseki's acquittal. I look so excited. She's so happy and graceful, I love her. Substitute? I knew I was right to choose you. I'm so glad that I can meet someone like you in this foggy city. I feel the same way, Soseki. It's just sad that we already have to say goodbye. I realized that I belong in Japan. Substitute, one day I swear we will meet again. It's probably gonna be the second game too. Tragic. I gotta figure out where I can download the second game. I hope I can call myself a full-fledged trainee by then. That's my pen. I'll have the air of a competent author. Alright, you two. Our coach has arrived. We should get going soon, Master Naruhodo. Okay, Mr. Holmes. Hopefully Mr. Soseki will be acquitted in time to make it for dinner. And so, the curtain closed on Soseki's trial. The three of us boarded a coach and set off for Baker Street. It's really not that bad. So this is it. It's our new office. Our own office, huh? I like that. It's got a nice ring to it. It does. It's like a dream come true. See, this is so it's only a small one. But I feel like I've come one step closer to fulfilling your dream. What do you think, you two? Do you love it or do you love it? Oh, thank you so much for this. Charming little room. I'm positively overwhelmed with glee. It's great. Iris and I are glad you're here too. Come on, everyone, it's almost time for supper. When Uncle Soseki gets here, we're having a big party. Miss Iris, I would just love to help you prepare. Okay, and Susie, you can make the salad. You know, it's strange when you can look at a character in the Ace Attorney series and be like, I know exactly what type of accent you have. So how does it feel, Master Naruto? You've established your very own office in London. Can't stop trembling from the excitement, along with the thought of what might be waiting for us in the city. That's exactly how I felt when I opened my own office here. That is, until I came to know of the darkness lurking in this foggy city. Huh? London is praised for being the brightest, most prosperous imperial capital of all. However, as the flame of London burns brighter and brighter, the shadow cast by its light grows into an ever greater darkness. What's it supposed to mean? I'll show you'll find out for yourself in due time, just how deep the darkness goes. Now I believe this bears repeating. Welcome to London, Master Naruto. At that point, there was no way I could have truly understood Mr. Holmes' words. No, it would be just a short while longer before I would peer into the abyss with my own eyes. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. I was talking about an amazing trial. The adventure of the unspeakable. Oh, snap. It's the Hounds of Baskerville. Alright, but yeah, no, that's going to be the end of the stream. But before we cut it off, before I let you all go, 1 second. One last reminder. We got the Ace Attorney Athena Sykes petition, which is I put it and my link to the Willow thing in the description of the stream. So feel free to check that out. Give it a signature. It's completely free. You don't need to pay a single dime. You just gotta. You could either, like some people, they signed them, they're anonymous. Some use letters and numbers. Leave a comment, you know, just show your support, and share it with your friends, get them to sign, all that good stuff. The link is in the description, and it's in the live chat. And when the video goes live, I will be putting it in the comments, so, you know, be sure to look out for that. Remember my Willow, which is, you know, I guess it's supposed to be how you support me. That's all up to you, though. I'm not gonna be like, hey, do this. No, I'll mention it, but I won't, you know, enforce it. Besides, I'm still trying to figure out how this even works because, frankly, it's a little weird for my liking. And obviously, the channel's name has changed, so you know, keep your eyes out because you know you're not going to see Slater Danger anymore. You're going to see Heaven Circus. Also, be sure to give me a follow on Twitter because you know I tend to post things every now and then. Like for example, what's a good one? It's mostly game related stuff. We don't need to worry about this. This is something else. Don't have to worry about that. And I'll sometimes post little clips. I guess this isn't really my stuff per se. You know what? Hold on. Oh, well, great. Now I'm opening tweets and other things. There's my media, yada yada yada. Whatever. Anyway, sometimes... Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah. Sometimes I will post things like... Where did it go? Ibuki? Where's Ibuki? Yeah, there it is. Sometimes I'll post stuff like this, but then again, actually, no, that's automatic. But basically, you wanna hit that follow button and the notification bell that goes with it, so that you'll be notified whenever I tweet things, which is very rarely, but usually all the time. And finally, my Twitch, which is Slater Danger Enterprises. Right now, it says I'm currently streaming the Great Adventures of Ryunosuke, the Great Ace Attorney, the Adventures of Ryunosuke Naruhodo, Slater Danger Enterprises. And thank you for joining me today. So I guess like, share, and subscribe. Check out my other content because I have some great stuff, some not so great stuff, and yeah. I'll see you all again on the next one. So until we meet again, this is Slater Danger signing off.